Hello, everybody. I want to continue from what we spoke about yesterday. Yesterday, we spoke about that you can leave food on a fire, if even if your food is not fully cooked. It's better that it should be fully cooked. But if one is in a situation where his food was not fully cooked, as long as it was cooked a third, or to be safe, let's just say halfway. Hard to tell exactly when food is cooked a third. So let's just say his food is halfway cooked. One can rely on the lenient opinion when necessary, that as long as it's halfway cooked, you can leave it on a fire, even not on a blech. That's what the halacha we said yesterday. Now it's true, that is the halacha. However, I do have to stress that one has to be very careful when doing so. Whenever you have food at the beginning of Shabbos that is not fully cooked, it's a dangerous situation. Now, what I'm going to say is actually true whether it's on an exposed fire or in the oven, or even if it's on a blech. Whenever you have food which is not fully cooked, you have the possibility of coming to cooking, of coming to a malacha da'iraisa, of a high level isser of cooking on Shabbos. What do I mean? Let's say you have, I'll give you a typical situation. You have food on the blech that you put up some food right before Shabbos, and you figured, okay, by the time that the Suda comes around, it will be cooked. But it's not hot at the beginning of Shabbos, and it's not fully cooked. If you will move it around on the fire, and put it closer to the fire, again, we're not talking about something that's dry and pre-cooked, something which has not yet been cooked, or something which is a liquid. If you bring it closer to the fire, you are increasing or speeding up the cooking, which is a malach deraisa bishul. Give you another case in point. If somebody puts up a cholent close to Shabbos, that it is not fully cooked when Shabbos begins, even just picking up the cover, which people often do, especially men, they take off the cover of the cholent to peek inside. Then when you put that cover back on, you are speeding up the cooking, and that would be a malacha deraisa. Another case, you leave food inside the oven. You open up the oven to take something out. You have something which is fully cooked. Let's say the first course was already fully cooked, but the second course you put in that it's not going to be ready until later. When you close the oven, you're doing cooking on that food remaining in the oven which is not cooked. So therefore, there are many reasons why one should try to have his food fully cooked before Shabbos to avoid these issues. If one has a situation where the food is not fully cooked at the beginning of Shabbos, even though it was cooked, Michael Ben Jerusai, that means it was cooked a third, halfway, and you left it on the fire, you have to be very, very careful that it shouldn't come to cook it. Now, one of the things that is a little bit unclear is what's called fully cooked. And there's no clear answer to this, what's called fully cooked. If you have a liquid, so then, it would, according to some sheet, come to Yatzel by, let's say, 160 degrees. But to be safe, that a lot will say that it has to come to boiling. A lot of sheets say it has to come to boiling to be called fully cooked. That's pretty cut and dry. But how do you decide whether a steak, a slice of meat, is fully cooked? Some people will only want their meat if it's brown through and through. Some people like it pink, and some people like it where it's like red in the middle. So l'chaira, if you like it red in the middle, that doesn't make it fully cooked. It's you just like your meat that it should be a little bit raw in the middle. That's, I think, l'chaira, not fully cooked. Probably fully cooked is only if it's pink through and through. Some people say even that's not cooked. Some people will say that, that's raw, it's still pink. It's a little bit hard to define. It goes by what people commonly consider fully cooked. And since it's hard to define exactly, therefore you always have to err on the side of caution and be careful, with you're going to open and close the cholent. It's got to be that it's for sure fully cooked. Otherwise, you would not be able to put the cover back on the cholent.